everyone. Okay, let's be real here. Not every morning was a good morning for me. And here's why. Because it always seemed, if you were like me last month and the month before that and the month before that and even before that, I would just always wake up stressed. And then add a baby to that, yeah, that changed things even more. And then I was like, okay, now mornings are really stressful. And I tend to stress naturally, and I didn't want that for me. And here's the thing, each time I'm trying to improve on something, and it started first with going to sleep early. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep at 10 o'clock and wake up at 5. That lasted 2 days. So here's my tip. It needs to be realistic, and it needs to transition. So then the very next thing that I started doing, you're gonna think this is crazy, is I grabbed a glass of water and I said, I'm gonna start every day with a glass of water. And I did that. And I don't know, there's always little things that I needed to improve on, and I was like, I am not drinking enough water. And I would just feel like extra tired, and I felt that was very important. I cannot start my day without a prayer. And I feel a strong connection to a greater being, a greater power above. And I do believe in God. And I do believe that I receive that further strength and wisdom and courage to do things that sometimes I can't do on my own. And I rely so heavily on prayer. I've even adjusted how I pray. I try to think of the things I'm grateful for. I do ask for direction in my life. And then I think of others and what I can pray for them for. The next thing that I incorporated as of today is meditation. And meditation does not have to be something crazy. It works in several different ways. Just connecting to your senses. Pay attention to the sounds, pay attention to the colors, pay attention to the sight, and be in that moment. So after the meditation, I decided I'm going to include the scripture study, and that's something that I had been working on. So prayer and scripture study, I wanted to do that from very early on. I've tried to incorporate that throughout my life, but I've had moments where I stop it, and I've noticed a difference. And it's amazing because adding this has helped me even with my spiritual growth and receiving more inspiration, which I love. After that, I feel it's so important to do my personal development. And depending on my morning, I either put a podcast, start getting some things together, or I sit down, and if I have enough time, I read a book. And I love reading my books. Start off with number 1, Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect. Start with that book. And then on your phone, look for the podcast and look up Shailene Johnson. Very practical, very intuitive, and very simple ways to just organize your life and to receive that personal development. So that's where I would start. That's my recommendation. And in just this 1 month, I've accomplished so much more than I have in so many other mornings and in so many times in my life, and it is going very well. This is Krista with the Greater Vista. Say hi to Drew and the cousins. Say hi. Good morning. How are you going to get started today? How are you going to change things?